AEW, when they went there and Brandi went in there, I just think it was AEW's fault. AEW didn't know how to present Brandi with Cody.
All right, Money in the Bank is coming up on July 21st, guys. And some of these matches, I want to go over with you. We're going to kind of do maybe some predictions here on these matches and go over them a little bit. It's going to be in London, by the way, at the O2 for that big event of Money in the Bank. And up first, the first match I want to talk about is Cody Rhodes versus Dominic. Bill, your thoughts on where you think this match might go?
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to see it's going to be in England. I think that Cody is going to win by disqualification because I think the Judgment Day, once Dominic starts getting beaten the tar out of him, that Cody's going to win by DQ. I also see a possible turn down the line that could happen that night because it appears to me that Damian Priest is getting, I don't know, kind of restless in the Judgment Day, and maybe it's time for him to hook up and support Cody. I don't know, but I say Cody by DQ.
All right. Teddy, what about you?
I think that if they're going to continue to go with Cody and is going to put, work with him and Roman in the title, then I think that what would have to happen is Cody would have to go over on Dominic. Dominic would have to certainly put him over. But there's a way to put him over, you know what I mean, through interference. Like you said, there's a turn there maybe coming from Damian Priest. We don't know. Rhea Ripley, she's always right there. But it's like I said, it's a way to put the guy over. But Cody, to me, has to get to 1, 2, 3.
Well, you know what? What we didn't think of is maybe Dom Dom's daddy will come and interfere while the referee is not looking and Cody gets the pin.
There's another possibility too. There's a possibility that Rhea Ripley does get involved, and rumors that we've been hearing rumblings of in the last week that maybe Brandi might get involved. If Rhea's involved, we might see a mixed match of Brandi and Cody versus Rhea and Dominic. I'm hoping that's not the case. And the only reason I say that, and I don't mean this to be mean, but when they were in AEW, Brandi brought heat to Cody, even when he was a face. For some reason, the fans just wouldn't attach to Brandi the same way that they attach to Cody. I hope that they don't do that because I think that could be a risk they're taking if they do.
Well, here's the thing. AEW, when they went there and Brandi went in there, I just think it was AEW's fault. AEW didn't know how to present Brandi with Cody. So I wouldn't say that wouldn't work. I think that right now, let's try that again. You know what I mean? Because now Brandi has had a chance to establish and make a name for herself. Her and Cody had the reality show. Now they know who Brandi Rhodes is. When she went over there in AEW, they really know who Brandi Rhodes was.
That's correct.
You know what I mean? So now that she's had a chance to get established, become a little bit of a brand, let's try this thing again. Now she's the wife of Cody Rhodes. People know that now. So like I said, I think WWE will do it the right way. My opinion, and this is my opinion, AEW, I think you didn't do it right. You didn't build her right, and that's why people, they didn't buy her.
All right, let's see. The next match is the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match that includes Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark versus Zelina Vega versus Bayley versus Io Sky versus Trish Stratus. That should be an interesting match, but I'm curious, Bill, where do you think that match is going to end up when the bell rings?
It's going to be between Trish and Becky at the top, and I think that somehow the new evil Trish will wind up getting the Money in the Bank and briefcase.
Teddy, what about you?
Well, I don't know, man. With the women, and the way that they're going, they're looking great on TV and having great matches, man. This may still be another one that, like the old days, may be too close to call. So I'm just going to sit back and wait and see what happens.
Oh, no prediction.
When it comes to Trish in a ladder match, I can't help but think of her age, and I know age doesn't matter, Teddy.
Please, there you go. Stop.
But I mean, still, there's those bumps. She'll feel those for weeks at this point right now.
She's perfectly fit. She's a workout maniac.
Well, but you got to think about this. Just the young guys, they bump too. They feel those bumps too, just like the older guys. So it ain't all about that, man. You know, if you're gonna bump, you're gonna be sore. It's just that simple.
I guess as long as you get paid enough money, it just doesn't matter, right?
If you work out every day and go to the gym, you're gonna be sore. You know what I mean? So what you've done in this business, you know, the body has adapted. You've adjusted to that. You know what's coming, so you know how to live with this. Because our life is a whole different era.
The fans want to see Becky Lynch win this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to say Becky.
Okay. All right. And now I want to bring up a little note here that I saw in history. The women's Money in the Bank winner normally cashes in the first 24 hours. That's a little factoid that they had that I had never recognized that before, but it seems like they don't hold it long. It's usually, I guess, on Monday Night Raw, they switch it right away.
Yeah, that'll be longer than 24 hours with the time change.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because we're talking about London.
Jolly good. Next match, please.
Let's go to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ricochet versus LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Santos Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest and versus Logan Paul after this past Monday night's Raw. Thoughts on that match?
Logan Paul.
You know, the fans want LA Knight to win this thing.
Yeah.
You know that. He's getting an amazing pop for a guy that loses almost every single match, right?
That's good.
So, yeah. So I think
that's how you build something.
Right. So I think that I agree with Teddy, Logan Paul, but I think LA Knight might be up there at the end with the fans cheering for LA Knight and booing the hell out of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I think that Logan Paul was going to lose, and I think LA Knight will win. I think it's going to be the underdog coming in, and because I think the fans are eating this guy up, and it was. I don't know. Now I'm thinking he's a good guy. We need to have a chase after it a little bit now. Yeah, see, I'm starting to think like Teddy now. Yeah, forget what I said. Let's move on.
It's got to have a Logan Paul title. He's got to get a title match at somebody. And
it's funny how Logan Paul went from one of those guys everybody loved to cheer to being one of the most vilified persons on TV when he shows up.
Well, that's great for him. That's good because he could be a good heel because he's a natural.
Yes. Yep. All right, the next match. Bill, you brought this up earlier. The Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
Usos are going to win that match.
Wow, really? You think so?
I think it's going to embarrass Roman because there's going to be something happening that Roman's going to wind up. The Universal Champion is going to wind up getting pinned by one of the Usos.
Wow. Teddy, what do you think?
Well, I kind of agree with Bill a little bit there. I think the Usos may get the win here, but I tell you what, I just can't wait to see the match. This is going to be one of the greatest tag matches we've ever seen, brother.
Yes.
Because these guys here are going to beat the hell out of each other. And these are tremendous, all four of them are just tremendous workers. So I'm telling you, if you don't get your money's worth out of this, then you ain't got no business buying a ticket. Just that simple. So I think the Usos too, but I'm just waiting to think at the end here that something really big is going to happen here.
And it has to, doesn't it? It has to.
Yes, it is. So I'm just going to try to sit back on this one too, because I can't figure it out, but I know that there's something that's going to be real big here.
I think, and I don't know anything about this, it just came through my brain here. Paul Heyman's going to show up after that match with the Usos. He's going to change and go with the Usos. That would be a great way to keep this alive.
That sounds good. You know what I mean? But I just don't think you could take Heyman and just turn him just that quick. You know what I mean? I like the idea of maybe turning him, but I think Heyman now, since you brought him up, maybe there's something he may do at the end that may cause the turn. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about that. Now, Heyman may be the silent killer there at the end.
Yep.
You're true. Yes, good point. All right. World Championship match. I'm sorry, the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Really?
Seth Rollins, the champion, versus Finn Balor. Bill?
Well, Finn Balor is an incredible wrestler, as is Seth Rollins, but I don't see him on that world champion level. To me, he's just a little bit under that. I think his work in the ring is spectacular and all that. He's small in stature, and again, no knock to him at all, but I think that Seth Rollins will beat him.
Well, I also agree with that too, but I think what this is something right here that Finn Balor is doing just to that, and I think it's going to lead to Damian Priest coming. You know what I mean? That's what I think it is. Finn Balor will be this stepping stone to get to Roman, and then that's where Damian Priest will come.
Okay.
If you can go back to it, you can see where there's been a little bit of friction between Damian and Finn. You think about that now?
Yes, yeah, I brought that up earlier. Yeah,
a little bit of friction there. So I think Damian may come, and maybe that's how maybe Roman may get the win, or if they want to do it right, Roman beat him just clean.
Yeah, can't help but wonder if WWE said the same thing that we did when we saw Damian Priest in one of those pay-per-views. I think it was the one in Puerto Rico where he looked like a star and he carried himself like a star. And I think he made an impact on that show. And that may be why we're going to see a singles push for Damian Priest.
And I think that would be good money. I think him and Roman, I mean, that's money right there too. And let's not forget about Cody. But I mean, you got to get, Cody's got to make that climb that ladder just a little bit so he can get in there to Roman, and I think maybe to see maybe Cody and Damian, before he gets to Roman, I think that'll be great too.
All right, guys, we're out of time. This has been the Wrestling Time Machine. I'm Mac Davis. That is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long and pro wrestling journalist Mr. Bill Apter.
And we'll see you at the matches.